Have you ever stopped to consider the hidden meanings behind the most ordinary things, like the last digit of your birth year? Could it actually reveal something about your life, your spiritual path, or even your destiny? In the world of Buddhist teachings, numbers, much like everything else, are seen as more than just symbols. They carry vibrations, energies, and meanings that can help guide our journey through life. The last digit of your birth year might seem insignificant, but when we look through the lens of Buddhism, it connects to universal truths, the cycle of life, and the energies surrounding us. By the end of this video, you'll be amazed at how this seemingly small detail can shed light on your personal growth, spiritual practice, and purpose. Stay tuned, because what you're about to discover might just change the way you see your life and the path ahead. Before we dive deeper into this fascinating topic, I want to welcome you to Buddhism Wisdom. If you're new here, this channel is all about sharing the timeless wisdom of Buddhism and exploring how it can help us navigate the modern world with peace, clarity, and compassion. We talk about everything from meditation practices, mindfulness, spiritual growth, to deeper teachings from ancient Buddhist texts. If you're someone who seeks more harmony and purpose in life, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe. Joining this community means surrounding yourself with positive energies and a support system focused on spiritual evolution. And here's a simple but powerful way to attract more positivity into your life. Drop this mantra in the comment section below: I am ready and willing to accept miracles in my life. Doing this will help you invite good energies and miracles, aligning yourself with the universe's flow. The small act of writing it can help you commit to a mindset of abundance and openness. In Buddhism, the notion of interconnectedness and the idea that everything in existence is interdependent is a fundamental belief. From the tiniest grain of sand to the most vast cosmic phenomena, everything is intertwined in a complex web of causes and effects. Numbers, much like everything else in this universe, are no different. They too hold energies, meanings, and vibrations that can influence our journey, our choices, and the way we live our lives. The concept of numerology, though not an overtly Buddhist practice, can still be analyzed through the lens of Buddhist teachings. The last digit of your birth year, for example, can reflect certain spiritual energies that align with core Buddhist teachings such as impermanence, compassion, wisdom, and the path to enlightenment. Let's dive deep into how these digits, from 0 to 9, can symbolize different spiritual aspects and guide your personal journey. Last digit, 0 or 1, beginnings, emptiness, and mindfulness. If the last digit of your birth year is a 0 or 1, you are connected with the themes of beginnings, emptiness, and mindfulness. In Buddhism, the concept of sunyata, emptiness, plays a pivotal role in understanding the nature of reality. Emptiness, in this sense, doesn't refer to a void or nothingness, but rather the absence of inherent, permanent selfhood in all things. Everything is in flux, impermanent, and constantly arising due to causes and conditions. This teaching is reflected in the energy of these numbers, which emphasize new beginnings and the awareness of the present moment. The power of 0-0 in many cultures, the number 0 symbolizes a cycle coming full circle, a point of renewal. From a Buddhist perspective, 0 represents the ultimate state of realization, the understanding of anatta, non-self, and anicca, impermanence. If your birth year ends in 0, this could be a reminder to embrace emptiness, not as a void, but as the foundation for all things to arise. Life is constantly changing, and in that flow, you have the opportunity to be fully present and embrace each new moment as it comes. This teaches us the importance of mindfulness, being fully aware and alive in the here and now. The power of 1-1, the number 1, is often associated with new beginnings, individuality, and the pursuit of personal goals. In Buddhism, this can be seen as a metaphor for the start of your journey toward spiritual enlightenment. The number 1 holds the energy of awareness, the first step toward awakening. The Buddha himself said that the beginning of wisdom lies in seeing things as they are. For those with the digit 1, this could be a reminder to cultivate samatha, calm abiding, and vipassana, insight meditation, enabling you to see the world with clarity and understand the impermanent nature of all things. With this knowledge, you're encouraged to live with mindful awareness of each step you take in life. Last digit 2 or 3, duality, compassion, and balance. A birth year ending in 2 or 3 connects you with the concepts of duality, compassion, and balance. In Buddhist philosophy, duality often represents the contrasting forces in life, such as light and dark, joy and suffering, or attachment and liberation. But more than being opposites, these forces are often seen as 2 sides of the same coin, where one cannot exist without the other. Life is a balance of both, and it's through the practice of compassion and mindfulness that we can transcend this duality to achieve peace. The power of 2-2, the number 2, reflects the duality we experience in everyday life: birth and death, joy and suffering, good and bad. Buddhism teaches us that attachment to one side of this duality often leads to suffering, dukkha. For instance, when we cling to pleasure and avoid pain, we create a cycle of attachment that traps us in samsara, the cycle of birth, death, and rebirth. If your birth year ends in 2, this could signify the importance of balancing these opposing forces in your life. The lesson here is to cultivate upekkha, equanimity, the ability to remain balanced and serene in the face of both pleasure and pain. People aligned with the number 2 are encouraged to find balance, not by eliminating duality, but by understanding it and transcending attachment to its extremes. The power of 3-3, the number 3, often associated with growth and expansion, resonates with the Buddha's teachings on compassion, karuna, and loving kindness, metta. Compassion is the antidote to suffering, and it is through the practice of compassion toward oneself and others that we find liberation from the cycle of samsara. If your birth year ends in 3, this number is calling you to cultivate the qualities of empathy, kindness, and a deep sense of interconnectedness with all living beings. The Buddha emphasized that compassion is one of the most important virtues for those seeking enlightenment. By recognizing the shared experience of suffering, we can develop a heart full of love and understanding, offering compassion not only to others but also to ourselves. Last digit 4 or 5, stability, wisdom, and grounding. If the last digit of your birth year is 4 or 5, you are aligned with the energies of stability, wisdom, and grounding. In Buddhism, wisdom prajna is a guiding force that helps us see the world as it truly is, free from the illusions of the ego and the false sense of permanence. People with these numbers are often deeply connected to the idea of stability, both in their external lives and within their spiritual practices. The power of 4-4, the number 4, is often seen as a symbol of stability, foundation, and structure. It is the number of the 4 noble truths of Buddhism, which form the very foundation of the Buddha's teachings. These truths remind us of the reality of suffering, its causes, the possibility of its cessation, and the path leading to the end of suffering. If your birth year ends in 4, you may feel a natural inclination to seek structure and grounding in your life. The energy of the number 4 encourages you to base your life on wisdom and understanding of the 4 noble truths, using them as a guide to navigate the ups and downs of existence. By grounding yourself in this wisdom, you can build a solid spiritual foundation, leading to greater peace and fulfillment. The power of 5-5, the number 5, is linked to change, movement, and adventure, but in a balanced way. In Buddhism, the number 5 is also significant due to the 5 precepts, which are ethical guidelines for living a moral and mindful life. These precepts include refraining from harming living beings, taking what is not given, sexual misconduct, false speech, and intoxication. If your birth year ends in 5, this could be a reminder to anchor yourself in these ethical principles. By practicing the 5 precepts, you create a foundation of moral discipline that allows your spiritual growth to flourish. The number 5 calls on you to embrace change, but with the wisdom to navigate it ethically and mindfully. Last digits 6 or 7 introspection, self-discovery, and insight. For those whose birth year ends in 6 or 7, the energies of introspection, self-discovery, and insight are at play. Buddhism places a strong emphasis on self-inquiry and looking within to find the root of our experiences. The practice of vipassana, or insight meditation, is central to this theme, as it encourages deep observation of the mind and body in order to uncover the truths of impermanence, suffering, and non-self. The power of 6-6, the number 6, represents harmony, responsibility, and deep reflection. In Buddhist teachings, harmony is often achieved through self-awareness and mindfulness. People aligned with this number are encouraged to spend time in introspection, understanding their own minds, emotions, and behaviors. The energy of the number 6 calls for a balance between inner work and outer responsibility. If your birth year ends in 6, you may feel drawn to practices such as meditation, self-reflection, and mindfulness. By looking inward, you gain a deeper understanding of yourself, which allows you to navigate the world with greater wisdom and compassion. The power of 7-7. In many spiritual traditions, the number 7 is considered sacred, and in Buddhism, it often symbolizes the path to enlightenment. The Buddha himself is said to have taken 7 steps upon his birth, symbolizing his journey toward awakening. If your birth year ends in 7, you are connected to the energy of self-discovery and the search for deeper truths. This number encourages you to explore the mysteries of life and to seek wisdom beyond the ordinary. People with the number 7 are often introspective and drawn to spiritual exploration. The teaching for you is to dive deep into the study of Dharma, to question your assumptions about reality, and to open yourself to the possibility of enlightenment. Last digit 8 or 9 transformation, karma, and enlightenment. Finally, if your birth year ends in 8 or 9, you are associated with the energies of transformation, karma, and enlightenment. In Buddhism, transformation is a key theme, as it is through the process of change that we can overcome suffering and achieve liberation from the cycle of rebirth. The power of 8-8, the number 8, is deeply significant in Buddhism due to the Eightfold Path, which provides the roadmap for overcoming suffering and achieving enlightenment. This path includes right understanding, right thought, right speech, right action, right livelihood, right effort, right mindfulness, and right concentration. If your birth year ends in 8, this is a powerful reminder that your life is a journey toward transformation. The number 8 calls on you to follow the Eightfold Path, aligning your thoughts, words, and actions with the Dharma. Through this path, you can transform your life, release the grip of suffering, and move closer to enlightenment. The power of 9-9, the number 9, represents completion, fulfillment, and the culmination of a spiritual journey. In Buddhism, the number 9 can be seen as symbolizing the final stages of the path to enlightenment. If your birth year ends in 9, you may feel a deep connection to the process of spiritual transformation. The energy of the number 9 encourages you to let go of attachments and to embrace the impermanence of all things. This is the number of wisdom and compassion, reminding you that the ultimate goal of the Buddhist path is not only personal enlightenment, but also the awakening of all beings. By cultivating wisdom, compassion, and a deep understanding of karma, you can help yourself and others move closer to liberation. Now that we've explored the hidden meanings behind the last digit of your birth year, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Does the number resonate with you? How do you feel about the insights it offers in relation to your spiritual journey? Drop your reflections in the comments below, and don't forget to write the mantra, "I am ready and willing to accept miracles in my life," to open yourself up to positive energy and blessings. Thank you for spending this time with me today on Buddhism Wisdom. If this video helped you gain new insights or sparked curiosity, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss a moment of wisdom. Together, we're building a community where we can all grow and support each other on our paths to enlightenment. Until next time, stay mindful, stay compassionate, and may you be filled with peace and light.